Thank you for your interest in Bailey's mail order products. During this presentation, you will learn about the Lucas Portable Sawmill and the PH260 4-head planer molder. Plus, stay tuned after the presentation to learn more about some other great Bailey's products. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy our presentation. Introducing the ultimate portable sawmill. The Lucas Mill has everything you need to start milling right away. The mill sets up in less than 10 minutes and can go anywhere a pickup can go. It can be assembled and operated by one person with two-person operation optimal. With the Lucas Mill, you can mill 2,000 to 5,000 board feet per day. No other mill compares to the original portable sawmill in economy, recovery, and ease of use. Now, let's take a look at how easy the Lucas Mill is to transport, set up, and operate. The Lucas Mill is available in 3 models, the 613, 618, and the 827. All can be quickly and easily loaded into a pickup truck. The saw carriage with its detachable wheels can be rolled up without difficulty into the back of a truck bed. The mill tracks can be easily stored and transported using basic utility racks. The rest of the mill conveniently fits into the truck bed with room left over for other equipment. Typically, you can be loaded and off to the mill site in less than 10 minutes. And that's just as long as it takes to set up the mill. So let's see how that's done. As mentioned earlier, the Lucas Mill can go anywhere a pickup can go. Here, the mill is going to saw a 54-inch, 10-foot long oak log in a residential neighborhood. The log came from a dying oak that had to be cut down for safety purposes. Since the log weighs over a ton and would be difficult to move without heavy equipment, it is the perfect match for the truly amazing capabilities of the Lucas Mill. All Lucas Mill components are durable and made to last. No extra tools are required to assemble the mill. Setup is as easy as a snap, click, or twist. You begin setting up your mill by positioning the front and rear end braces slightly off center from the log. This provides an offset for the engine and saw blade. Next, the 4-corner uprights are inserted and twisted into position and temporarily supported by the end frame supports. The crossbars are then inserted into the uprights and secured with locking pins. The 19-foot, 4-inch mill tracks can now be placed into position. Each track is secured in place by 2 cam action snap locks unique to the Lucas Mill. The end frame supports are then moved into place, secured by spikes, and given final adjustment. Moving the carriage into place is easier than wheeling a wheelbarrow full of wood. It's wheeled out of the truck bed and situated between the mill's tracks with its 4 rollers positioned over the rails of each track. Note the track stops on each track end that prevent the carriage from rolling off. The track ends are then raised, lifting the saw carriage off the ground. A press of a button removes the wheels. Ready to mill. It is important to note here that the Lucas Mill end frames are independently adjustable. This allows you to set up over logs regardless of uneven or sloping ground. You can even adjust for tapered logs. Additionally, if you choose, you can position logs between the end frames by raising the tracks and rolling them into place by whatever means you choose. This feature offers many benefits and advantages for increased productivity. With the Lucas Mill, you can saw 2, 3, or 4 logs at a time, and no expensive log turning equipment is needed. Plus, there isn't a need to rehandle or purchase a secondary machine in order to edge your lumber. Next, let's take a closer look at how milling is accomplished with the Lucas Mill. The Lucas Mill offers a unique total milling system designed to provide you with exact, repeatable cutting capabilities. The total milling system has 3 key components: a unique swing blade design, the fast and easy to use set works, and the independently adjustable end frames. The Lucas Mill gas strut controlled swing blade allows you to change the cutting plane from vertical to horizontal with just the pull of a lever. You can produce a board with every complete pass of the mill. One complete pass is up and back with the saw carriage. Depending on which plane you are sawing in, you saw the face of the board in one direction and the edge in another. This results in a fully square-edged board. The 5-toothed carbide-tipped saw blade enables you to saw gritty and dirty logs as well as logs containing irregular grain without the waviness that is associated with band blades. Not only does the circular saw blade offer a smoother finish, the carbide teeth let you mill longer between sharpenings. This means more time is made available for production, a real plus when sawing. Because the saw kerf is only 3/16 of an inch, you can mill to closer tolerances, reducing planing waste and increasing lumber recovery. Lubrication for the mill's blade is provided by a water drip system made up of a tank and a hose with control valve, all mounted on the carriage unit. The Lucas Mill total milling system allows you to quarter saw or plane saw logs with ease. Here is an example of how quarter sawn lumber would look. Note the vertical grain. Quarter sawing lets you match the quality of the log with the product you want to produce. In many cases, quarter sawn lumber allows for a greater economic return, as quarter sawn boards offer unique characteristics not found in plane sawn lumber. Also, with the Lucas Mill's amazing capabilities, that same log can be milled to produce plane sawn lumber, as shown here. So, you get the best of both worlds with the Lucas Mill. The second key component of the total milling system is the design and operation of the set works. The fast and easily configured set works lets you cut varying size material. In other words, it lets you cut 4/4, 5/4, 8/4, or large timbers within exact tolerances. There are 2 parts to the set works that control the movement of the saw assembly on the X-axis or side to side. Once set, you can cut virtually any thickness of lumber with complete, repeatable accuracy, giving you a higher grade yield. The setworks is made up of a measurement rule, a stop bar, and a locking mechanism. Each time the saw assembly is moved into place to cut the next board, it is secured with the locking arm mechanism. Once the setworks is set, the saw carriage riding on the tracks allows for control on the Y-axis, or forward and back. The length of your log determines the measurement on the Y-axis. The third component of the total milling system is the independently adjustable end frames, which provide for control on the Z-axis or up and down. With such three-dimensional control, you can switch to and mill different lumber thicknesses on the fly, allowing you to match the quality of your material with the product you want to produce. With the Lucas Mill total milling system, you can recover a considerable amount of lumber from each log you saw. This oak log produced just over 700 board feet of lumber, much of it quarter sawn. Now let's look more closely at what each of the Lucas Mill models offers. Our most popular model is the 827 8-inch mill. The 827 is capable of sawing 5,000 board feet or more per day, depending upon long. In addition, it can cut logs up to 54 inches in diameter at 20 feet long. It can cut 8.5 by 8.5 inch cants in one pass, or 8.5 by 17 inch cants by turning the power head. What drives this mill is a 27 horsepower V-twin OHV Kohler gas engine with electric start. The engine includes such safety features as a tack and hour meter, heat and oil sensor, emergency shutoff, and limit switch. It has more than enough power to mill an 8x8 in one pass. You'll be amazed with the production from a single operator and astounded with the production you can get with two. Our package deal comes with everything you need to start milling immediately. And by adding some of our Lucas Mill accessories, you can greatly increase the capabilities of your mill. Please see our Lucas Mill brochure for complete details and further specifications. The Model 618 is the original mill from Lucas that started the milling revolution. The Model 618 is capable of milling logs up to 54 inches in diameter and 20 feet long, or an 8-foot diameter log under 16.5 feet long. You can mill up to a 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 inch cant in just one pass. A pass is up and back with the saw carriage, and a 6 1/4 by 12.5 inch timber by turning the saw carriage. The 618 is powered by an 18 horsepower Briggs & Stratton Vanguard engine with electric start and manual recoil. The engine offers safety features like a run-stop lever, emergency shutoff switch, tack and hour meter, electronic ignition, and fuel shutoff switch, plus an HD snorkel air cleaner, automatic shutoff switch that will not allow the engine to start unless the guards are in place, and a centrifugal clutch. For further details and specifications, please refer to our Lucas brochure. Next, the Model 613 6-inch mill makes it possible for just about anyone to own a Lucas mill. Like its big brothers, you can take the Model 613 anywhere a standard 4x4 pickup will go and get production that dwarfs most other mills in its class, all at a price that's easy on the pocketbook. The 613 incorporates many of the same features and benefits found on the other models. The 613 is a real favorite with woodworkers and part-time sawyers who want the benefits of owning a Lucas mill but don't plan on milling full-time. The Model 613 is capable of milling logs up to 54 inches in diameter and 14.5 feet long, or logs 8 feet through and 12 feet long. You can mill up to a 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 cant in just one pass, and a 6 1/4 by 12.5 inch cant by turning the saw carriage. The 613 uses a 13 horsepower Honda engine to run a 17-inch circular saw blade with 5 carbide-tipped teeth. It also offers an emergency shutoff switch and limit switch. Our Lucas Mill brochure provides detailed information on the 613. All Lucas Mill models offer the total milling system, so you can be assured they can produce the same quality material. Here's a look at some Lucas Mill milling operations. Nick Bailey and crew is preparing to mill a 20-foot long redwood log with an 8-inch Lucas mill. They produced 2-inch material as well as large timbers from this log. The 2-inch material was used for decking, and the 8 by 14-inch timbers that were free of heart center were used for a timber frame home. Note the large stack of lumber, all milled using the Lucas mill. Quite impressive. Here's a black walnut being milled with an 8-inch mill. 2 sections from this log were milled and used as fireplace mantles. And this 28-foot Douglas fir is being milled for long timbers. Notice the extension rail kit and additional end frame used in this setup. Just an example of how you can expand your mill's capabilities. Earlier in this presentation, we referred to the turning of the saw carriage when cutting large timbers. You can double the cutting width of your Lucas mill by doing just that. 2 or more people can be used to rotate the saw carriage. The accuracy of the mill is evident, as both cuts match right up. If you want to produce wide boards and timbers, the Lucas mill is the right choice. And when it's time to sharpen, it takes just a few minutes, and you don't have to remove the blade. The advantage here is less downtime by eliminating the time-consuming saw sharpening, tool setting, and operating expenses that come with bandsaw blades. The sharpener comes with every mill, so there isn't any need to. All Lucas mills come with everything you need to start milling immediately, but with a few optional accessories, you can increase the versatility of your mill tremendously. Besides cutting boards and timbers, the Lucas mill can cut wide slabs with the optional slabbing attachment. The slabbing attachment is easily installed. Just remove the saw blade and the slabbing unit is bolted in its place. The chain adapter wheel is mounted onto the drive assembly, and the slabbing bar is lifted and slid into place. Bolts hold the unit in on the opposite side of the mill. Next, the chain is installed and tightened in place. The chain lubrication system slips into a designated holder, and tubing is attached to a valve which controls the flow. The slabbing unit is now installed. The model LS6-K slabbing attachment for 6-inch mills can cut slabs up to 50 inches wide and 6 1/4 inches thick. Model LS8K for 8-inch mills can produce slabs up to 60 inches wide and 8 1/2 inches thick. With a Lucas Mill slabbing attachment, cutting slabs for tabletops, bars, or chairs is easy and adds another dimension to your Lucas Mill's capabilities. If you are a professional sawyer, you may want to consider purchasing the Lucas Dedicated Slabber for ease of use and setup. There are 2 setup options available. The first is an independent carriage which operates on your existing saw tracks, or you can get a complete standalone unit with tracks and end frames. The choice is yours. Bailey's also offers double full skip Lucas ripping chain for use on Lucas slabbers for optimum performance. We grind it specifically for ripping large slabs. Lucas ripping chain should never be used for cross-cutting and should only be used with a Lucas Mill slabbing attachment or a Lucas dedicated slabber. Once you've slabbed your material, you'll probably want to surface it. And now with the Lucas Slab Surfacer attachment, you can do that quickly and easily. This unique attachment allows you to remove just the right amount of material, leaving you with a beautifully finished surface. The Slab Surfacer can traverse the entire surface of a large slab or burl by utilizing your existing Lucas Mill saw carriage or optional surfacer rail. Jobs that used to take hours or days now can be done neatly and professionally in a few minutes. The secret is the patented cutter design that attaches to the router. The cutter makes tear-free 2-inch passes up and down a slab, giving you a level, smooth surface. The Slab Surfacer requires a Makita 3612C 3 1/4 horsepower router. Some pre-assembly is required prior to using the unit, but once that is done, the Slab Surfacer unit simply attaches to the rail of your Lucas saw carriage or the optional surfacer rail. When installing on your existing Lucas carriage, be sure to remove the Lucas Mill power head before installing and using the Slab Surfacer. Operation of the surfacer is much smoother this way. The surfacer unit is secured to the rail by use of a swing-over bracket on the bottom of the unit. The router, fitted with the patented base, slides onto the forks of the Slab Surfacer attachment. 3 wing nuts are then tightened to secure the router. The dust pipe can then be installed onto the router. The Slab Surfacer can be raised and lowered using the crank lever located on top of the unit. Each turn of the lever raises or lowers the cutting head 2.5 millimeters. The star nut lock on the front must first be loosened to do this. Be sure to tighten the star nut lock after you have reached the height you desire. Once your surfacer is installed, you may begin resurfacing your slab. Make sure the slab is on a flat, level surface before you begin. Some dialing in of the unit may be needed prior to the final surfacing pass. Please refer to the instruction manual. One feature of the unit is its cutters. They are specifically designed for the machine and have replaceable tungsten teeth. These inserts can be rotated by 90 degrees up to 4 times. Another feature is the optional rail unit. This rail mounts onto the Lucas Mill rails just like the saw carriage, calibrated with the cutters to give you seamless passes as you travel across your slab. With the Lucas Slab Surfacer attachment, you'll be able to save time and increase your output. The unit is perfect for integration into your Lucas Mill total milling system. No more outsourcing your work to be done by someone else. You will now have total control over the quality of your work, allowing you to finish jobs to your standards. The Lucas Slab Surfacer is a perfect addition to the Lucas Mill. Another versatile option is the bevel siding attachment. The bevel siding attachment allows you to cut siding or clapboards directly from the log. It installs quickly, and to cut beveled boards, simply move the lever to achieve an angled cut. The SA6K fits the 613 and 618 Lucas Mills and allows you to cut 6-inch bevel siding. Add sawing capability to your 613 Lucas Mill with the model TE4 track extension kit. The kit is sold as a pair and adds 4 feet to the ends of the mill's tracks. With one pair of extensions, you can mill 16-foot logs, and with 2 pairs, you can mill up to 20 feet. They attach by sliding into the rail ends. Note, on the model 618 and 827, extensions come standard with the mill. Bailey's offers 6.5-foot extension kits to fit all Lucas Mill models. They extend milling capabilities of the 613 to approximately 20 feet and the 618 and 827 to approximately 26 feet. The kits come complete with 2 tracks and center stabilizer. We also have 19-foot 4-inch track kits to mill even longer logs. This extension kit enables you to mill logs up to 40 feet long with the models 827 and 618. Add the extension kit to the 613 and you can cut logs up to 34 feet in length. The kit comes with 2 tracks, 2 center stabilizers, and an end frame. Here you can see a 47-foot log being milled using the extra track kits. Just look at the 8x12-inch beams that were cut from this tree. Timber framers and shipbuilders often use extra tracks to mill long logs so they don't have to splice timbers together to get the lengths they need for their construction projects. With 2 track kits, you could mill a 60-foot timber. And you don't want to have downtime when you're in the middle of a job, so make sure you're ready by keeping an extra blade or 2 on hand. All saw blades are hammered and ground for trueness. The model DT6 18 17-inch blade fits 6-inch Lucas Mills, and the model DT8 18 21-inch blade fits 8-inch Lucas Mills. Finally, the LS98 conversion kit enables you to modify 8-inch Lucas Mill models to make a 9 1/8 inch cut in a single pass. This is a great feature when sawing railroad ties. Note the 22-inch blade needed to make a 9 1/8 inch cut has a wider tooth, so saw kerf increases to 1/4 inch. If you are planning to saw mostly lumber or 2x, we do not recommend this option. The LS98 conversion kit adapts to 8-inch Lucas Mill models only. Comes complete with 1 carbide-tipped saw blade. The Lucas Mill has been used in over 6 continents and more than 30 countries around the world. From New Zealand and Africa to North America, there are hundreds of Lucas Mill owners milling away every day. Here is just a sample of what some of them are saying about their Lucas Mill. Jerry Kurz of Carmel Valley, California, used his mill on a log that washed ashore. Puna, Alaska resident Dan Bartlett used his 6-inch mill to mill a 37-inch windfall spruce. The lumber was used to build his Lucas Mill house. In 1997, Dr. Jay Wise of Charles City, Virginia, bought his first Lucas Mill and began cutting 2x4s for a church building, never realizing where it would take him. And from Pleasantville, Tennessee, Tim Miller writes, "Here are some pictures of my Lucas Mill and some logs I cut with it. Hope you enjoy them as much as I enjoyed cutting them." Bailey's demonstrates the Lucas Mill at forestry and farm trade shows all over North America. Please view our website to see our show schedule. In May of 2003, the Lucas Model 827 was entered into Sawmill and Woodlot Magazine's 2003 Great Portable Sawmill Shootout. Portable sawmills from all over the world came to compete against one another to show their cutting capabilities. After the sawdust settled, the Lucas came away the undeniable winner, cutting an astounding 922 board feet per hour. Band mills, priced at over $40,000 and equipped with edgers, could not keep up with the Model 827. Earlier in the presentation, we mentioned that the Bailey family has used the Lucas Mill to cut. The Baileys milled every single board and timber with the Lucas Mill. Most all the milling was done by family members. The second challenge was that the frame of Evergreen was constructed of numerous big timbers, with the 32 by 40 foot great room 100% post and beam construction. Except for the timbers that mount into the metal brackets on the fireplace, all of the beams are held together by mortise and tenon joints. There are no nails in the great room framework, just oak pegs hammered into the joints using wooden mallets. Evergreen is a 3,500 square foot home and has a 2,500 square foot redwood deck. The beveled siding at Evergreen was also milled using the Lucas mill, as were both fireplace mantles and the chinkapin flooring in the great room. The Evergreen project has truly put the Lucas mill to the test and is a testament to the mill's astonishing capabilities. The design of the Lucas mill takes into consideration the safety and well-being of its operators. Large, bright safety and warning labels have been included on the mill and its accessories. To this end, the Lucas Mill has been awarded several safety certificates. The Industrial Products Department of ERA Technology in England has awarded the mills safety certificates certifying that the mills comply with the essential health and safety requirements of Council Directive 89-392 EEC. In addition, the Victoria Minister for Industry Services awarded the Lucas Mill a certificate for innovation in occupational health and safety. As you can see, the Lucas Mill is truly the ultimate portable sawmill. It is versatile, economical, and allows for minimal environmental impact. It is easy to set up, requires no trailer or purchase of secondary equipment, and cuts straight and true lumber repeatedly. Get the Lucas Mill advantage today. Become a satisfied Lucas Mill owner and harness the power of the ultimate portable sawmill. You'll be glad you did. Bailey's presents the PH260 4-head planer molder. This unique planer molder makes one-pass production possible. Now you can surface all 4 sides of a board in just one pass. You can easily make tongue and groove flooring, paneling, crown moldings, picture framing, dowels, quarter round, handrails, plain large timbers. The list of what you can accomplish with this planer molder goes on and on. This incredible machine has been manufactured by Morton of Sweden since 1995. The planer has held up to years of rugged use in all of Scandinavia, Russia, Germany, and Africa. Bailey's has been supplying the North American market since November of 2000, with distribution from warehouses in California and Tennessee. Over 100 planers are already in operation in North America, and the numbers are growing daily.
It's beautiful, yeah. Yeah, it does a much better job than our old planer. This is 3 times faster, maybe 4 times faster compared to the way we used to do things here.
Just as an example, a part like this, that we used to, the old way, we'd have to go through the joiner, through this planer twice, and then back to the joiner and then to the table saw. Now it goes directly from the joiner through the PH260 and it's done.
Well, right now it's the most important thing here. I'm sure in the long run it's going to pay for itself in, I don't know how long, but a short period of time. But my experience has been real good. One thing that I found is that we run a lot of Douglas fir, that type of thing, where grain direction is very important. Doesn't seem to matter. Put it through there any way you want. The other way was we had to make sure we had the grain running correctly. And with this, it doesn't seem to matter. It comes out nice no matter which way you put it in.
The machine is powered by 4 220-volt single-phase or 3-phase motors. These motors can be started independently, which gives this planer the ability to do wider single-sided planing, 2-sided planing, or 4-sided planing and molding. Setup is easy and quick on this versatile machine. The side head knives are mounted in the TB 9092 cutter heads that slide down on the 30mm belt-driven spindles. The knives are fitted onto dowel pins that index the knife exactly to the cutter head in the same position each time they are used. TB 9094 cutter heads with 4 knives are also available for high-speed production. The heads can be adjusted up and down the spindle by various thickness or planing. The PH 260 also accepts heads that require a 1 1/4 inch diameter spindle and can be up to 5 1/2 inches in diameter. Carbide shaper cutters, common to the woodworking industry, can be fitted to make anything from stiles and rails to stair handrails. This powerful planer molder operates at speeds of up to 52 feet per minute. The feeding speed can be varied from 11 to 52 feet per minute by turning the dial on the independent feeding motor when the PH 260 is operating. The specifically designed cutter heads turn at 7,000 RPM and produce a finish that rivals products from much higher powered and more expensive planers.
Especially something like water oak, which sells for red oak. It's just smooth. I've got that's a piece of red oak that I ran some flooring for a guy. And you can run it fast, you don't overload it. I've run 12-inch wide oak through it. Guy had a little small planer and he said it was burning his motor up on his planer, and he brought it to me, and that machine, it took it down.
2 straight planing knives come standard in the top and bottom cutter heads. Disposable knife systems are also available as a quick changing option. These balanced heads have 4 slots for knives. You can also combine the 2 straight planing knives with molding knives, which are mounted in the head using small chip breakers or gibs. These molding knives are positioned into place and locked into the head via these small chip breakers or gibs. This provides the user a lot of versatility in planing and molding, allowing several different moldings to be made from the same set of knives. The side fence in front of the right side cutter is positioned into place, and then the left side cutter is positioned by cranking this cutter head in or out to determine the width of the resulting board. The bed is raised or lowered until the thickness of the resulting piece is set. The powerful PH 260 will plane a board on all 4 sides up to 10 1/4 inches wide and 4 inches thick in just one pass.
I looked a long time for a planer, and I happened up on this planer, and the price of it, it was the only one out there I found that fit my little niche, so to speak. I can't run without the planer. That's how critical it is to me for it, and if things keep going, I'll have to get another one.
With the powerful PH 260 from Bailey's, you get 4-sided dimensional planing capabilities, 4-sided molding planing capability, high-speed vertical and horizontal cutters operating at 7,000 RPM, 5 separate motors with independent control of each cutter head and the feeding motor, variable feeding speed from 11 to 52 feet per minute, 5 feed rollers, 4 grooved steel and 1 rubber feed roller. A cast iron table that is planed for smoothest operation. 10 1/4 inch by 4 inch 4-sided planing molding capacity. A small footprint, only 43 inches by 35 inches. Quick and easy resetting. The unique PH 260 system of adding and removing profile knives. A large selection of profile blades. Customize easily your own pattern. You can custom order or mix and match existing knives to produce unique molding. This planer is a bargain for the price. Most machines available are much more expensive and lack the fine Scandinavian craftsmanship. Many people have trouble believing that you can purchase a planer with these features and quality for this low price. This planer is now proving itself in businesses all across the United States, providing daily service to small and large wood processing businesses. The savings in time and increased capability this machine provides has added value to these businesses, allowing them to expand their product offerings and increase their revenue. Bailey's has been selling small-scale wood processing equipment for over 28 years. We have 2 warehouses, conveniently located to get you parts and accessories quickly and conveniently. We have a trained staff to answer technical questions, and we are in constant contact with the Swedish factory. We have a large inventory of replacement parts, as well as hundreds of different high-speed steel profile knives. The PH 260 is backed by a standard 2-year Bailey's also offers the FMT30 chip extractor. This 220-volt chip extractor has four 4-inch dust ports for removing chips from the PH260. This machine has a capacity of 2,400 cubic feet per minute, which is what the PH260 requires. Bailey's also offers 4-inch chip extractor hoses and clamps to connect to your chip extractor. One of the more popular accessories are the 4-foot feed tables. Although the PH260 comes with a bolt-on feed table system, we recommend these feed tables because they rise and lower with the molder bed. Wood glides very easily over the steel surface. If you would like to make your PH260 portable, then rubber casters are just the ticket. These rubber casters swivel and lock into place so you can easily move the molder right to where you want it. If you are running longer material, it is nice to have a couple of roller tables around. These rollers have a capacity of 1,000 pounds and each leg is independently adjustable. Bailey's offers a custom knife grinding service also. You deal directly with the grinding man so you get exactly what you are looking for. You can design almost any custom profile imaginable. With a PH260, almost anything is possible, and at a price that is affordable.
Bailey's 4K dry kiln kit has been very popular with molder operators and portable sawmill owners. Now, you can dry your own lumber for just pennies per board. Kiln-dried lumber typically sells for 1/3 more than green lumber, and most furniture and molding customers will not buy lumber that has not been kiln-dried. Properly kiln-dried lumber is usually brighter in appearance and far less susceptible to staining and warping, commonly associated with air drying. The 4K dry kiln uses the dehumidification process to remove moisture from wood. Lumber is stacked into the kiln chamber using stickers between each row so air can flow evenly through the unit. Once the kiln is loaded, air is circulated by the two overhead fans and the heat pump fan. Warm, moist air coming out of the lumber passes over cold refrigeration coils in the heat pump unit. This causes the water vapor to condense into liquid form and drain out of the kiln building. Warm, dry air leaves the heat pump unit to be circulated again through the unit of lumber. This process is constantly repeated until the lumber is dried down to the moisture percent you require, usually 6 to 8%. All you have to do is adjust the time the heat pump is running, based on the species and thickness of the lumber you are drying. The 4K dry kiln will dry up to 4,000 board feet of 4/4, 1-inch thick green hardwood, such as oak, in approximately 4 to 5 weeks. Electrical costs should be from $24 to $30 per 1,000 board feet at 7 cents per kilowatt hour. It can dry up to 2,000 board feet of 4/4, 1-inch thick green softwood, such as pine, in approximately 2 to 3 weeks, and set the pitch or sterilize the load at 160 degrees Fahrenheit with the auxiliary heater. Electrical costs should be from $15 to $20 per 1,000 board feet at 7 cents per kilowatt hour. Our kit provides everything you need to get going, except for the building. However, we include the building plans for that as well. The 4K dry kiln requires 220 volt 60 Hz single-phase power. The internal operating temperature is 70 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Nominal water removal averages about 250 pounds per day. The unit comes with a 1-year warranty. When you purchase the 4K dry kiln kit, you will receive one set of plans for the kiln building, one 2-horsepower compressor motor, a 4-kilowatt electrical heater, one connecting cable, a Honeywell controller, 2 1/4 horsepower circulating fan motors, and 2 manual over-temperature vents. Optional accessories such as a door gasket for your building and an electric humidistat are also available. Please refer to our website for more technical information as well as a downloadable brochure on drying lumber with the 4K dry kiln. Bailey's has been running a demonstration dry kiln here at our office in Laytonville, California for over 6 years with great results. Bailey's 4K dry kiln kit is the perfect companion to the Lucas Mill and the PH260 4-sided planer molder. For more information, call 1-800-322-4539 or log on to our website at www.baileys-online.com.
Now, here's a quick look at some of our other great products. Bailey's is proud to introduce a complete line of on unit, plus attachments and accessories that allow you to pick and choose a configuration that best suits your needs. With a road trailer grapple system from Bailey's, you can easily manipulate logs and other objects. All grapples have hydraulic stabilizers, and both the boom and the grapple head rotate 360 degrees for ease of operation. Plus, the larger Pharma loader models 60D and 65D come with telescoping arms for extended reach. Please see our brochure for complete specifications and limitations. Besides these highway-ready trailers, Bailey's carries ATV trailers and accessories that are perfect for ranch, farm, or small wood-thinning operations. Call and order your video and brochure pack for more information on these products. And for skidding logs with your tractor, Bailey's also offers the second-generation Skid Pro 3-point hitch hydraulic grapple. This new and improved unit allows you to turn your tractor into a log skidding machine. The Skid Pro has been redesigned to make it more rugged and durable while maintaining its fast and easy operating ability. Its lifting capacity is 3,000 pounds. Be sure to order the video and brochure for detailed information on this product. To order any of the products you have seen during this video or for more information, simply call Bailey's at 1-800-322-4539. That's 1-800-322-4539. Or visit us online at www.baileys-online.com. Our friendly customer service staff is here to help. Bailey's has 2 divisions to serve you. Our headquarters are in Laytonville, California, and our southeastern division is in Jackson, Tennessee. Stop by and visit us at either of these locations, and thanks for watching.